Hey, Derek here. Back at it again on this ore pile, trying to figure out how to get the gold out of it. All my assays are good. I actually just did an assay of a half a pound of ore, and it came back at 96 grams per ton, which is over 3 ounces. So, yeah, I've shown it before, but I'll show it again. I got pieces like this that's like oxidized, vuggy. I've seen good pieces of gold panning in that. Got pieces like this. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it's got like blue copper sulfides in it, and pieces like this. They just have massive chunks and pieces of sulfides in it. So I'm going to try to mill it, get my concentrates, and I'm going to try a pre-treatment with sulfuric acid to see if maybe I'm losing gold in my smelt from the copper. So anyway, cross my fingers. So I got this big pile that as of so far has been almost worthless, averaging about 3 grams to the ton of what I've been able to extract. So hopefully we'll get closer to what the assays are showing. So, all right, wish me luck. I got 200 pounds ready to run through the mill, and that'll at least give me a decent size sample and see if I can get some gold out of it. Keep going. Okay, so here's number 1 concentrates. We'll see if we can't see how much free gold we got in it. Alright, well that's definitely not all of it, but you can see that line there. So we're going to get this roasted and pre-treat it with some sulfuric acid. See if that makes a difference. Okay, I've got number 1 concentrates roasted down. Seems like a dark reddish color. A lot of iron oxide in there. Got 34.7 grams of roasted number 1 concentrates. I've got some concentrated sulfuric acid here, and I'm going to put in there. I've got my hot plate with magnetic stir. You put this in the bottom of the beaker, turn it on heat, and it spins this magnet in there and keeps it stirred. So we're going to use that and see if that pre-treatment will make a difference in our recovery in the smelt. So I'll readjust the camera and get started here. Okay, I don't have my hood on yet because it's loud, so I'm wearing my full face mask. Add carefully concentrated sulfuric acid. We'll put it on there, drop our stir in there, get this plugged in. Okay, let's turn the stir on. So now it needs a little help to get going. A glass stir rod here. A little gummed up in there. Okay. We're going to put a little more acid in here, make it a little more fluid. Alright, my stir doesn't want to work. Alright, well I'll readjust this, get it going, and turn the camera back on. Well, for some reason, maybe too many magnetics in there, the stir won't work, but we got some heat on it here. We're going to let it sit for several hours today, and we'll filter out that water and try to smelt this stuff. Check back in later today. Looks like some magic's happening in there. Check back in later. Okay, so it's been sitting there. I had it on heat for about 8 hours today. You can see it's kind of a milky white. I'm guessing that's from being heated. It's kind of interesting. Drop a comment if you know why. Yeah, so we'll let that cool off. See if the color changes. Let it settle a little more, and we'll dump it through a filter and recover everything. We'll kind of give it a slight roast to dry it off and get it in the furnace and smelt it, see if we get any better gold than we've been getting. Okay, my hood fan's a little loud, but I'm going to dump this into this filter and put it in there. I'll probably have to rinse it once or twice and dump it and see what we get. It's going to probably take a while, but we'll see. we got. You can see that magnet's all stuck to everything in the bottom. Alright, we'll finish getting this filtered out and see what we get. Okay, so that acid just ate right through that coffee filter, so I'm trying a Wattman filter in there now. Kind of rinsed it, and I may have to refilter that stuff, we'll see. So anyway, it's some pretty powerful acid. Okay, so we got it all filtered. Had to wipe that out with tissue. There's the different layers. That bottom layer is mostly the acid. This is the rinse water. And here I had to use tissues, and those are the filters, and I'm going to have to burn them all off, and then I will smelt all that mess. Okay, well that was kind of a mess. That stuff stuck to the pan. I had to scrape it off. It was kind of in chunks. I had to kind of grind it down through a screen with this. And but I got it all ready. I'm going to get this weighed out. See what kind of weight we lost from the original weight. See what we got. Alright, so after that acid, we got 25 grams. We had 34.7 before, so we lost about a third of it. So now we're going to get it mixed with flux, get it in the furnace, see what we get. I don't have real high confidence that it'll do better, but hey, maybe. Let's see what happens. Okay, so got it mixed up here in the crucible. I had 25 grams of concentrates after all that pre-treatment. I went with a 4-to-1 flux ratio. I use a litharge-based flux that I made. So 100 grams of flux, and I went 3.5 grams of flour to reduce, I'm hoping around 25 to 30 grams of lead. And we'll stick it in the furnace, see what we get. Alright, let's get this baby poured. Okay, let's take a look at this slag, see how it turned out. It's pretty good. Here's the button. Oh crap, look at that teeny little button. Needed way more flour in that. That's unfortunate. I may re-smelt that. I'm going to keep that slag. But we'll go ahead and compel this little tiny button, see how it turns out. Not good. Okay, so that little tiny lead button just shattered. So it was not, that did not go very well. So I'm going to re-smelt all this slag. Add some more flux. I'll probably put it in a bigger crucible and try that one again. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, there's the bead. Let's open up the door. Well, even less. Call it 0.13 grams. So I'll do the math real quick here and see what that works out to.